Oh yes, let's try that again. So like you can see on the controller input that I hit X and start splits at the same time, so even though there's a delay on the splits. Hopefully this goes better for me than medium runs have gone, because fucking items, dude. Imagine Crash Cove. I'm on a PS4 Pro. As long as my Crash Coves aren't like cams. How do cams go? Just RNG everywhere? Oh, resetting over any little thing. I mean, that's just cam. So many games you want to play, but your favorite current series comes out with a new game in just over a month. Nice. Yay, podiums! My favorite part of any percent.
Congratulations! You win a trophy. You can go faster through turns by power slide.
I can? Nice. I didn't know if that was actually faster, but I went for it. Walk with the tips and tricks. Not even playing on Portuguese. Yeah, man. I'm gonna lose that hot 2 seconds. But apparently Hypno doesn't even do, because his any percent easy run was in English. So it's just inconvenient to constantly change language, because in all cups I play in English, because fucking Portuguese Coco actually just like sounds terrible. Sounds like a grown woman, which is clearly not that. Yes. sucks. Loading screens are brutal. Crazy thing is that I think these are the fastest load screens.
Congratulations, you win a trophy. To get a turbo boost while power sliding,
I think Switch's loads have gotten like a lot better recently, so there's that. But yeah, I'm on a PS4 Pro with SSD, and my loads are like 15-20 seconds usually. There we go. I guess. Saucy bolts. Super new question. What your PS4 Pro have? Default on PS4 Pro is HDD. Yeah. So like I bought an external SSD to have like very slightly faster loads. Like in the case of like NST, and I think I don't know about Spyro, like it affects loads pretty minimally, but it's like it still like adds up over the course of time, so it's just like a couple minutes off my life.
I mean, wait, PS4 Pros don't have SSDs by default?
No.
when you get a
No console has SSDs by default.
That's stupid, IMO. I feel like the Pro and the Xbox One X are good, but...
It would also drive up the cost a lot more if they wanted to have any sort of respectable amount of internal memory, so...
Yeah.
SSDs are still really expensive.
Oh yeah. Sad. They drastically improved the loads for NST on PS4. Like those loads used to be like as long as these, or like a little bit shorter. Like on PS4 Pro with hard drive, my loads on NST when it first came out were like 11. But like they're way better now. Like that's like the one nice thing about console is that like the loads are like actually just like really good. delete Super Speedway IMO.
I mean, I thought SSDs were getting cheaper now.
Oh yeah, but they're still pretty expensive, man.
They're still more expensive than like an HDD. Like, the fact of the matter is that like current gen consoles, one, are already not cheap, and having an SSD would just make them more expensive.
Do you want to add like $200 more to a console, Trob?
Also, in a lot of cases, the load differences are like actually pretty small. Like, I still have like 20-second loads on SSD. Fuck this level, dude.
Why can't they just... They should have just had console loads from the get-go, if they could have, but...
Have what?
For Nitro Field have like the equivalent to like NST console loads.
I don't know what voodoo magic they work to make NST load as fast as it does now. But like, CTR, I understand the longer loads because they have to load an entire racetrack. And like all the things that have to be on it, all the races that have to be on it. And the longer load...
Don't they load? Don't they do that for NST? No.
NF, I would argue, has more to load. That was also why I wasn't surprised that Spyro had like ridiculously long loads. It was just how much shit you have to load into a Spyro level. What a fucking track, dude. God, imagine if you had to do Super Speedway twice. Oh, this track. Is there a reason I do Sewer last in Hub 1? Because it's the last one that unlocks. You need 3 trophies to unlock Sewer Speedway, if I'm not mistaken. And then see first game you wanted to throw out Doodles, understandable. I was used to it just because of Wrath of Cortex and like Twin Sanity having long loads, so. Finished all 5 trophies on RSP before the patch. Felt so betrayed when they patched it. I didn't do the cutscene skip, and May. Nice hop. So this is what it means when you start lapping the AI and then you run into the boss TNTs and items. This is fucking awkward. Holy shit.
And that's how it's done.
At least I can control that. Like, that is something I can anticipate over time. I can't anticipate random beaker. The quick warp in NST. Hold on. Let me get through this. Let's get the cutscene. So that's basically like you have to like input a body slam right before Crash jumps out of the portal. So what I do is that right when the words loading disappear and there's that really short black screen, I just immediately jump body slam and then Crash just lands in front of it. And then you just run right back into the portal before it closes. I've noticed that that version of the trick is only possible with Crash. With Coco, you have to like slide spin or slide jump back into the portal right before it runs out. And not only is that a little bit slower, it's also a lot harder. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of stuff in 108 I want to like mention in like an intro guide or intro video at some point. It would probably be like a general Amnesty intro, but it wouldn't include stuff like that. Make a fucking new meme called "Dude, Where's My Reserves?" Fuck you, engine! I think that was engine. Well, I got a sub 135 and crash to 100% before you mod. That's a good goal. That's a realistic goal. I'm pretty sure my PS4 run is like a 125 or 126 or something, and you can definitely get I don't think this saves like
Congratulations.
probably like a few minutes on hop slide. It's not like 10 minutes difference.
The more Wumpa Fruit you collect, the faster.
I'm really bad at words when I'm multitasking. Yeah, 135 would be a good goal, for sure. Consider the possibility of bringing up the idea to split the leaderboard between PC and console, just because not only is PC like better by quite a significant margin, to the point where it's like not even close to fair. It would also be a good like gauge for like console runners to see like what times they could achieve on console, and also it would like actually let them compete, because the unfortunate truth right now, and probably for the foreseeable future, is that console cannot compete with PC. And at the time when we decided not to split the leaderboards, we didn't know how huge of a difference console was. But like with the information we have now, I think we should. the epic. And that's why we keep beakers. Also 3 seconds on the last lap. You could pick up MST on PC, but don't think it'll grind that hard. That's fair. I do firmly believe the game is significantly more enjoyable on PC, so even for like less frustration, if you can run it on PC, I would recommend it. But for one, you'll probably have longer loads unless you have like a super high-end PC. And also, like, the thing is that, like, I feel like a lot of runners are probably like discouraged from running just because they have console and can't afford PC, and that's another thing. Like, I've definitely had a couple people tell me it's like I would run NST, but I can't run it on PC, and it doesn't feel worth it on console. I'm like, I can't even blame you. Your PC is mid-tier? That sounds about like mine. My PC is, like, pretty good for its age. It's got to be, like, half a decade old by now. But it doesn't run games super well. I like how Cocoa Park is your highest ranked track now after the shortcut with Roost Tubes was found. There was a shortcut with Roost Tubes? The fuck?
Oh yeah, the glitch shortcut.
Oh, is it a lap skip?
It's not a lap skip, but like it's a...
Slowly, buddy.
No bomb. Oh! Motherfucker. Should have gone for Sacred Fire on the turbo pad. Why did I... okay.
Let's go.
Oh, I could have... God, come on. Can you drive? Coco! The fuck? Come on. Didn't even hit the turbo pad.
Let's go. And that.
Well, it's time for me to nap.
Okay. Oh yeah, your PC sounds fine for MST. I feel like Papu is the hardest non-blue fire attack track. I feel like it's either Papu or Dragon Mines for non-blue fire.
Congratulations, you win a trophy. You can get a hang time turbo from jumping.
Coco's dialogue is so annoying to you and you haven't even played the game. Man, this heresy out of here. Coco is the greatest. Oh, Trot actually left to take a nap. Well. Coco is pretty meh. You're pretty meh. Yes, I love Dingo Canyon so much.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I'm pretty mad, huh?
Yeah. Coco is perfect, adorable, and perfectly adorable. Doesn't need to be. Fastest in my heart.
And that's
Okay, it's some shit. You watched one casual playthrough and the guy played as Coco only. Only other footage of this game you've seen is my stream. Rip. No, you want a real annoying character. Fucking Amy. I don't know why. Amy just annoys the shit out of me.
Imagine being British and hearing Liz, though.
My mom's an armadillo.
Tom hates Liz so fucking
I can imagine.
much.
Engine would be your main in this game. Engine was pretty cool. And he has the same stats as Coco.
I just jump around with 4 characters. Hence the Tiny Dingo.
slow lane, buddy.
No one's really the fastest. There's just like 4 character types.
Yeah.
With speed type characters are just the fastest.
Yeah.
So-
It's speed, acceleration, balance, and turning.
Speed is fast, Excel is okay, and the other 2 are pretty shit.
Speed, acceleration, quote-unquote balanced, and irrelevant stat.
Yeah.
Turning is actually the single most useless stat in this game just because U-turning exists. Like, acceleration characters have low turning, but I can just, like, break in the air and get a turn like that, so it doesn't even matter. That's also why speed is so good, is because speed has the worst turning, but U-turning exists, so that, like, doesn't matter.
In fact, I think having like better turning is actually bad.
Yeah, it
Because
can be a
of, like,
detriment.
because like it makes it harder to like drift in straightaways.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get as like straight a drift.
And you can't see green beakers on Papu's Pyramid because of the sun.
And that's how it's done.
Coco is an acceleration character, so she's not optimal, but she's, like, viable for runs. The general consensus is, like, speed is definitely the fastest, but you can get a good time with Axel, and then balanced and turning are just, like, not worth it. Early on, there was talk that balance might be viable too, just because it seemed like the character balance was better, and then it turns out it was like, no, it's the same as before, except probably more imbalanced, just because Speed gets more out of Blue Fire than other racer types.
Yeah. It doesn't help that the fucking like stats screen just literally lies.
Yeah, like pretty sure acceleration actually has a higher top speed than quote unquote balanced, which is why I say quote unquote unbalanced or quote unquote balanced. Yeah, Papu's pyramid scheme. I also like the split for the next track.
It's funny, like both the like hardest fucking like non-blue fire tracks you have like twice in %.
Yeah.
At least for like the 60R track.
Yeah. I think they're only two where I give them names like that.
Check this out.
I need to learn like the other fucking shortcut
So do I.
track.
The fence.
Apparently it's not hard.
Yeah, I heard there's like a consistent setup for it. I just haven't. I keep forgetting to like sit down and figure out what it is. Maybe I'll do that after this run. Just like pull up a time trial and watch it. Or just pull up Hypno's run. You know how great it is to not be caught by a missile at the beginning of Blizzard Bluff? Good feeling. This is significantly more enjoyable on easy, like honestly. Just not having to deal with random beakers everywhere.
And that
Like I fucking just golded Blizzard Bluff by 6 seconds because I didn't get hit by any like missile or bomb or beaker, which happens every time I play on medium. Crash of the Titans I think is an okay to decent video game, but it is a terrible Crash game. Like it does not mesh with the Crash series at all, but like if you were to treat it as like not a Crash game, it's not a horrible game.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
As for Twin Sanity, I really love that game. Like that is one of my favorite Crash games. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with Titans. Like, I replayed Titans a few years ago, and it like the gameplay was fun. It was like a simple. It felt like a simplified version of something along the lines of like like Batman Arkham, where it's just like a lot of combat and like stringing together moves and shit. But it just doesn't mesh with the Crash series at all, and it took the series in a lot of really bad directions that thankfully got reversed.
As a game on its own. It sounds like as like a game on its own, it was fine. But the fact that it was like a quote-unquote Crash game.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with it and Mind Over Mutant. But Mind Over Mutant also has the problem that it tries to backtrack, except it does it really terribly.
That makes me think of like fucking Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah.
That had like a similar problem, like it was an okay game on its own, but because it was supposed to be a Banjo, it just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
To a lot of people.
Oh, fuck this track.
Fucking hard.
Nice wall. I really like losing Sacred Fire in the track that has exactly one turbo pad.
One turbo pad and it's really hard to keep.
This garbage ass track. They made a second Titan style game? Yeah, because Radical Entertainment damn near killed the franchise. Like, really, really close to killing it. Certainly laid it dormant for a better part of 10 years. Yeah, thank goodness NST wasn't fun. Thank goodness NST actually came out just like, even like as a good game.
You win a trophy.
I wasn't holding back, but sure.
What?
I was back, yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, my input said I was only holding left, right? Nice. Well, how the fuck did I miss that? This is a really great polar pass split, by the way.
Already lost, like, what, 3 seconds, 4, and you haven't even gotten to the track?
Hell yeah.
Just keep the blue fire the whole way, easy.
I've done it before. Just not recently.
In a run?
I don't know if I've done it in a run. I think I've kept it for fairly long in a run.
Get the slow lane, buddy.
This is like, at least for CTR, like the second one, this fucking blue fire track. Right
Yeah.
under Cortex Castle.
Yeah. This is definitely not an easy one.
The biggest thing is just like the fucking, like,
Figure 8.
yeah.
Yeah, usually once I get past that, I'm golden. The problem is getting past that. Oh, the other problem is actually hitting the blue fire. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hitting the blue fire is ironic hard.
Oh, yeah. Hitting the blue fire and not losing your fucking reserves. Thank God I had a turbo boost. Oh, we in there? Aw, come on. That's still pretty good though. Take what I can get.
Annoying ass. Normal just trains you for online.
Basically. I mean, I'm playing on easy, so
Yeah. I
it's
know,
fuck
it's
medium. Nah, hard trains you for online. Clocks everywhere. Ah, Beaker! Fuck. That's the first item I've been hit by, so, you know, I'll take this. Actually, no, I got hit by a TNT in Crash Cove, but I'll still take this. Over medium, where I would have been hit by like 10 beakers by now. I also carried the blue fire like reasonably far both times, so again, take what I can get.
And that's how.
Apparently I have a polar pass with better blue fires because I didn't save any time. Oh wait, no, I had trouble entering the track, so that's probably where I lost time.
Yeah.
This is a long track. This isn't too long of a track. A lot of the like last hub tracks are pretty long. Like Hot Air and Oxide are both long tracks. Yeah, thanks for the good luck.
Yeah, that is a fucking emote now.
Yeah, it's an FFZ emote. It's fucking boom down big.
Down big. The fucking Haku
Congratulations.
icon.
You win a
The
trophy.
ROG is so fucked.
Yeah. The thing is that, like, now that I know what it's supposed to be, I can kind of see it, but at the same time, it still gets overridden by big nose and smug ass grin.
Big relate.
Yeah. You have no clue what's happening in this game speed tech wise, but it's super fun to watch. This game is surprisingly deep. Like this and OG CTR are like really deep for kart racers in terms of mechanics, and it makes it really, really good as a speed game. Makes it really good as a racing game. Oh yeah, I forgot I have my name for Tiny Arena is also Tiny Huge Arena.
Get the slow lane, buddy.
This is a long track. This is the longest track, so.
Yeah.
I think even with like CNK tracks, this is the longest track. Just mostly because they shortened Hyperspace Way.
Yeah.
I think if they hadn't cut out that like second section of Hyperspace Way, it would have been the longest track. Because I like watched footage of Hyperspace Way in like the original CNK. That shit's like, with a shortcut, that shit is like 4 minutes long.
Damn.
It is also CNK, which is a slower game, but like also like Jesus, that second section is so long.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yo.
Can we get every track to sub 3 minutes? Or has that already been done?
Every what?
Every track to sub 3 minutes.
I think Tiny Arena's been sub 3, right?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Actually, yeah.
I think I heard Hypno gets like 257s or some shit.
Every track sub 2 now that shit.
Someone find a Wario Stadium level shortcut in Tiny Arena, and we're good.
Then just get lap skip on fucking lives.
Dude, I should totally just like switch things up one day and play Mario Kart 8 on stream. Real talk though, Mario Kart 8 is pretty fucking dope. I really like that game. I don't like it as much as Double Dash, but I do really like it. It's pretty close between the two.
DTs are pretty cool. I don't really care to play the well, but cool a lot. I just don't feel like fucking dealing with wheelies mostly. One frame tricks like throughout the whole fucking thing. Every time it's a straightaway, nothing.
Which Mario Kart is this?
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, okay.
Wheelies.
Oh, okay. I appreciate the simplicity of Mario Kart 8. I understand why a lot of MK Wii like T-tiers and runners don't like it because it's a lot simpler than MK Wii. But like from a casual perspective, I appreciate it a lot. Then again, I'm also the guy who really likes CTR because of how deep it is, so you know, conflicting opinions.
Yeah. I just wish clocks didn't fucking kill, like, all of your speed and kill all of your reserves.
I think they did a good job of toning down the frequency at which the orb appears. I think they need to continue toning down the clock a little bit, just because, like, there are some races where you get hit by, like, 3 clocks and it just gets ridiculous. Because, like, even in, like, Mario Kart 8, the lightning bolt shows up, like, once every few races max, I feel.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Polar!
And in this game, it can show up like fucking 4 times a race online.
That was a really good Tiny Arena for me.
What was it?
I had like a 108, 105, 104 for laps 1, 2, and 3. Usually I get like consistent 108s.
So like 318 or something.
Something like that. Next Switch game you're gonna get is Mario Kart 8. That's definitely a good one. Yo, Fizz. I also realize I don't have chat on the stream overlay right now, but that's probably not a big deal, to be honest. It looks a little weird putting it over like the logo, so. Yo, Mikey. Got alert / sleep. All good.
Are you ready for Dragon Mines again?
No.
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 But are you ready for dragon memes?
Also, no.
Darn.
I don't like dragon memes. Well, apparently the next archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on that fucking, like, Dragon Maid anime or whatever, so I guess that's a dragon meme. The crazy thing is that, like, it's like a bunch of artwork of, like, cute dragon girls and shit doing, like, housekeeping, and then, like, from what we've seen so far, it might actually be like a really fucking good deck.
That's fine.
I'm kind of hoping so I can just kill people with like Dragon Girls, like godlike. We already had a Gundam Girl archetype that was top tier for an entire year, actually more than a year.
Cosmics of Gold 8, worthless.
Oh yeah.
Time to watch the run die right as the stream loads for me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate Komodo Joe's primary item being one that explodes, that way I don't have to deal with it on the track. Probably gonna appreciate that with Pinstripe also.
Nitro is right.
He lays down nitros and he also throws TNTs that automatically explode. Because like he literally just lobs them. Like the most I've had to deal with these nitros is at the very end of the track. And the very beginning, and there's like none of them basically. Like that was not bad at all.
And that's how
Except for the
it's
fact
done.
that it was Dragon Mines.
You're not so slow.
Dragon Mines is... Yeah,
It
Dragon,
was the one. Yeah.
Dragon Mines is your third most hated track. It is my most hated track. I despise that track.
That's deep speed driving for me.
Never played Zelda either. I've never completed a Zelda game, but I want to finish... There's a few I want to finish at some point.
I'm probably gonna get the remake.
Of Link's Awakening.
Yeah, it's coming out because I never popped open that game. I played it on emulator a couple of times.
I actually...
But,
Yeah, I actually own it, and I got reasonably far in it, I think. I might actually try and finish it. I actually have it right here. Try holding down square when you use directional pad for U-turning on tight cornering. Yes, I am aware.
He's only speedrunning the game. And he has a 56, so I would imagine he would know that.
To be fair, I have a 115 and Crash 100 without really knowing how to sub-jump outside of 4 Cortex power skip. Like, I know how to do it, I just don't know the situations where to apply it. Outside of Cortex power skip.
Sub 1 in this game does seem pretty free.
Oh, I'm godlike.
Got 19 if you
I totally expected that to switch you.
Same.
Oh no!
Because, like, hurt boxes are fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you just went past that boulder, it switched you. You just barely drove past the fucking barrel and switched you, but you get switched.
This might run out. How did this not run out? I definitely hit a wall in the tunnel, so I thought I was gonna lose this.
You can hit a wall in the tunnel if you get, like, at least 2 perfect exiting it. Then
Yeah.
you should be fine.
That's what I figured, but I'm just used to losing it. That being said, this is like the track I'm like easily most consistent at for Blue Fire, but that's also because it's easy.
Yeah. Started, like, dropping to, like, the bottom left. Or, yeah, bottom right, towards the end of the track. Slightly faster fire. That's what fucking sub 220 here. It's like not much effort.
And that
Now we go from the easiest blue fire to the hardest blue fire.
Yep. Because every track in Hub 4 is a blue fire track.
Yeah. Cortex Castle is the only one that I think is like super hard though. Like Hot Air and Oxide have like tricky parts, but they're overall not too bad.
Win a trophy.
I'm still like really fucking terrible at Oxide.
I'm not super great at it, but it's also not in all cups, so I don't practice it too much. PB first try, entirely possible. I'm playing on a category that's like less likely to screw me over with like random items on the ground. I might get screwed over by lapping my opponent and then they throw a missile at me, but that hasn't happened so far. The best was yesterday when I was doing all cups and I was like, oh, I didn't really get killed by a lot of like lapped missiles yet, and then I got smacked by a bomb in Electron Avenue, and then it all went downhill from there. And then I missed PB by a second. 3. It would have only been like a 5-second PB anyway, but like, ugh.
There's nothing really bad about Oxide.
I have trouble with like the last turn, but that's it.
The only track that I have like major fucking problems with is DT driving, and that's because just the last section is complete horseshit.
Yeah, like, I like the track, but I understand why others don't, just because that last section is really hard.
It's like more than just hard, it's like actual bullshit, like you can't like react to what's coming with Blue Fire.
Dude, nice TNT though. Be your... Fuck, okay. Well, I didn't get hit by anything. So I'll take that.
Oh.
I braked a bit too hard trying to dodge that, because I saw the beaker and I was like, I can get around that. And I saw the TNT, I was like, I don't think I'll get around that.
Imagine being hit now on Oxide Station.
Rip. Yeah. To be continued.
To be continued.
It took me a while to realize there was a Nitro there because it's just the coloration of the track. And then I realized I was like, oh.
Uh-oh.
5-second golden Cortex Castle. Oxide Station is your most hated track times a million. I don't mind it. I like it. It's definitely not an easy track, but I think it's like in like the average of like my favorite tracks. Like it's mid-high tier.
The track has to be like more than hard. Like there has like for me to dislike it. There has to be like some fucking like bad design. Like
You win a trophy.
Barren Ruins is not that hard of a track. It has very questionable design with terrain.
Yeah, it's also just like not particularly interesting. It's another track that I don't super hate, but
I don't hate it either, but I don't hate a lot of tracks. Like
yeah,
it's bad enough to be near the bottom for me.
Coming through.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not gonna keep this, am I? Am I? I might. God gamer. God gamer.
I really need to learn how to fucking do the shortcut with Free Fire here.
It's not too bad. Like, once I figure it out, it's pretty easy.
With speed vectors though.
Oh, yeah. I can't help you there. Ah, fuck me. Okay, that's not a bad place to lose Blue Fire, because I'm about to get it back anyway. This is going well. Ah, fuck me.
Damn.
I'm gonna change this track split to fucking, like, big cloud skyway. 'Cause I can't see that fucking turbo pad, dude. What? Okay. Big mood.
What?
I don't fucking know.
And that
Am I still golding this? I'm still golding this. Fuck, that was a 13-second gold. Why am I bad at this game?
Nice meme.
Why is your profile pic for Speedrun got a sad face? Oh yeah, probably just because you just made the account. SR.com is also a fantastic website and probably takes like 5 years to update your profile pic when they ask it to.
Yeah, especially when the site creator just takes the donation money to travel around the world and not fix the fucking website.
Congratulations. You win a
He's
trophy.
trying to get the all countries world record. I would recommend do all places world record, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't actually recommend it because then you would have to go to North Sentinel Island.
Oh,
And that went so well for the last person who did it.
yeah, the fucker that went there to, like, try to convert them to Christianity or whatever.
Yep, and then he died. How long does it take for a run to get submitted? It depends, like... Generally, like, my moderation process is, like... I'll, like, check and make sure there's, like, no discrepancies in the run. Like, make sure, like, in certain points of the timer still lines up, make sure the loads are moving really fine. But it generally shouldn't take too long. A mod will usually get to it within, like, a day. If that.
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
So, like,
Crash NST in particular is pretty fast, just because, like, if no mod is on it, Tokolonia is on it, like, that dude, like, verifies literally everything.
yeah, it depends on how big the game is and, like, how many mods there are.
Yeah. If you were to submit an OG Crash game, it might take a while, depending on the game. Hasn't been too much of a problem recently, though, just because, like, a lot of the OG games have gotten newer moderators who will, like, actually verify stuff quickly. Also, this is the farthest I've carried Blue Fire and Oxide Station in a run, so let's go. Yeah, I agree with Coco, let's go. I'll take that. That was pretty good.
Getting it back soon, so.
What? Bullshit.
Down.
That's a rip.
Big
And it balances out to the same time just because you didn't get blue fire again.
Even a faster time actually. What's up them?
There we go. That's what was supposed to happen last time. This one's probably not going to keep. I just missed a lot of turbo pads. I might.
You only really missed one.
I was more concerned with it running out before I hit the next one. Still pretty good. Not sure if you had the load remover properly. I mean, if it's not, I'll just leave a note, or someone will leave a note on it. Coco really just said yeehaw. She's a little NAS fan. Now she's a Crash Bandicoot fan.
Bandicoot power, apparently.
Bandicoot power.
I still think the best one-liner in the game is the trophy's moving.
Yeah. Remember pauses and off at the right times or whatever. I mean, I'll take a look at it. One thing is, if you didn't for this run, make sure to check remove transitions, because that'll remove the black screens between the words loading.
Yeah, the end of this run is like tense.
Yeah, because you have to do hot air and then oxide station, and then hot air and then oxide station.
Like you
The
have,
double whammy.
Yeah.
like you do like 4 fucking required tracks, and then you do hot air and oxide again.
Oh! Well, whatever. I definitely did that like way too tight. I'm surprised I didn't even fall off the track. Can I catch up with Pinstripe? Oh my god, this is actually a problem. I'm catching up with Pinstripe. Fuck!
That is a problem.
It's not a problem anymore.
That's one way to solve it.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Am I gonna lap him? Yo, we lapping bitch, right? Woo!
And that's how it's done.
Oh, that was really good.
Beat me fair and
Jesus, that was huge.
So you beat me fair and square.
You do have remove transition text? Yeah, the timer goes back because it subtracts the black screen before it said loading. So yeah, if you see the timer like back up, then you know it's working. The tutorial I made for setting up the load remover was made before we added the remove transitions, which is why it's not mentioned in it. So that's just something I always double check with new runners. I might do an update to that just because that is an outdated video. You follow the text guide. That's also a good one to follow.
I like how Oxide just means he fucking goes.
Yep.
For.
The best is that in the original CTR, when he starts early, sometimes he just goes, yeah! Tiny no!
Fucking speedrunners out of contact.
I need to fucking... I want to make an SSD mode of like Tiny's face and OG CTR and just call it Tiny No. OG Tiny CTR model is like beautiful. I'll still take that. If I can carry Blue Fire to the end of the lap in Oxide Station, I consider that a success.
Fucking hard track to beat Blue Fire in.
I kind of just popped off in this Hub 4, to be honest.
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty sick.
Like, even Cortex Castle was good. For, like, my standard. That's fine. The funny thing is that after I hit the wall in Papu's Pyramid, I almost reset. And then it was like, I can still 55, whatever, I'll keep going.
We need resets.
Who needs resets when you have Bandicoot power?
Huh.
And that's how it's done.
121 PB, so 5504. I was this close to 54, dude. I almost just skipped 55.
I never lose.
GG.
Thanks.
I'll be the laughing stock of all Gasmoxia. Fine. Your miserable planet stays gushy and
Thanks for the
green.
congrats.
At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics.
Collected all
Wow.
of those and race me again, you'll never be able to claim you are the fastest.
One time for all
This
stuff.
won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.